Hello, wonderful Leos. We're at the end of November, and we're feeling good, right? No? What's wrong? All right, so we're going to focus on the Sri Yantra here. For your highest prosperity, your highest good, your fortune, luck, love. And the Sri Yantra is about leveling up. If you focus on any symbols, they're going to help you take responsibility for your life, Make a clear pathway for you to do so. But we're going to focus on the Sri Yantra for Leo, for your highest good, highest prosperity, highest love, confirmations. Leo. Change of perspective is what I'm getting. Change of perspective. So this is the first part's going to be a short reading. Then you can get the rest of the reading on Patreon, you guys, okay? So we're going to smudge a little bit. Okay. Now I wanted to use, for some reason, the Earth Warriors Oracle Guidebook popped out as something to use for you guys. It's a good shuffle. So, the first oracle card that pops out is Clan of the Wolf Heart. We are the ones we've been waiting for. Wow. Okay. We've heard this before, this saying before, right? You belong to the Clan of the Wolf Heart. This is a soul tribe with boundaries beyond bloodlines and geography. It is based on the soul connection to love's wisdom and higher truths of Great Spirit. The clan is united through wolf medicine and the heart. These are the qualities of the divine feminine that unify, allowing for a palatable experience of oneness that brings power to our collective wisdom and purpose. Reach out for help from others whilst you honor and respect your individuality and your own unique life journey. Balance social time with taking care of your own individual needs. And I honestly feel like that sounds like Leo right now. From what I see about Leo is that it's been a prideful journey. Your awakening has come to a bit of a standstill where you feel stuck. For the Leo women that I have around me, it looks like they want to join their soul tribe, the clan. They want to join in the fun, so to speak, but awakening, as we all know, it's not all like fluff. And I feel like sometimes Leo has a hard time getting to the nitty gritty, and because it really hurts their feelings to see the shadow side. And when I say like hurts your feelings, I mean like hurts your pride and you don't want to admit to your wrongs. And everybody kind of walks around eggshells because you're so generous and you're so sweet, and it's really the only thing that you ask that people do. It's not throw your wounds in your face or to bring you to put you on trial for anything that you've done. And then just to let you be you. But you're also really hard on yourself. In order to avoid your pain, you will tend to keep yourself busy. Just doing busy work that doesn't really move you along on your self-discovery journey. And taking time out for solitude so you can hear your own inner truth and renew yourself is a big deal as well. Anger can be a sign from the soul, a sacred gift that asks you to deal with a situation to bring about something different and more empowering. Use your anger as a sacred gift with compassion and clear purpose. Fight wholeheartedly when you need to safeguard what truly matters. Be open to a greater guiding wisdom so that you know when to be merciful and when to cut something off completely. Believe in the power of your inner voice and do not silence yourself. Okay? I feel like that's a great beginning for this reading. 1 second. Okay. Alright, so now where do we go from here? We're going to look at the Northern Lights deck, Oracle deck, for your categories. While we kind of keep in mind this Earth Oracle card, Earth Warrior Oracle card, about you, making time and solitude for yourself, for your journey, for your, it seems like you need a balance of you doing what you need to do for you, and also what you need to do for your soul. And I do feel like that's a Leo theme. You guys are really great at cultivating jobs, money, working. You guys can be like workaholics, but you're working hard a lot of times, it seems, so that you can avoid your feelings, that you can avoid your soul growth. So let's see how we can, maybe we can look deeper into that. Leo. Leo. And it seems like a lot of messages want to pop out for you guys. It's like, which lets me know that Spirit has been trying to reach you. It wants, it's like, come here, bring your ass. Like, it's time. It's time for you guys to put your big girl, big boy panties on and look within. And it's not to say that, you looking within, you're going to find negativity or things that hurt your pride. You may find overwhelming support, encouragement, and love. You could be avoiding like some of the best things of your life. I just want one. You could be avoiding the best parts of yourself. You're not just a workhorse. I keep getting busy, so I'm going to go with that. So the 3 cards I got was Will, Divine Love, and Guru, which is awesome. All these cards are awesome. So first we're going to look at this compass. Which is a direction for you to go in. It says, many of us through strength of will make things happen in our lives and protect ourselves from control by others, but divine will is much more beneficial. Go within and listen to your inner self. Are you using sheer determination to manifest things in your life, or are you allowing a higher power to work through you? Although it may feel like giving up, you might consider surrendering to a will that is infinitely powerful and able to bring beautiful people and changes into your life. Consider aligning your will with divine will and watch the amazing transformation that follows. Many of us, through strength of will, make things happen in our lives. And, reading this is so you guys. You guys use your incredible strength and willpower that you're known for to push through, like even when you don't feel good, even when you really need to take a break. And a lot of times Leos wear this as a badge of honor, but it looks like this time is catching up to you, and it's telling you to go within and listen to your inner self now. Are you using sheer determination to manifest things in your life, or are you allowing the higher power to work through you? That's a really important question. That's the difference between you having energy all throughout the process of you getting done whatever it is you're trying to manifest, and you losing steam and catching a flu and having to start over from scratch, or maybe never getting back up and recovering exactly the same again. And the next card is Divine Love, and I feel like that's a continuation of the Will card, because it's letting you know that you don't have to do things on your own. You don't have to go at it alone. You can tap into your higher power. The source within you loves you. You're loved, not just, like I was saying before, not just because you're a workhorse, but because you exist. Picture yourself as a musher, standing in fresh snow, gazing into the night sky as you prepare to embark on your journey. Your team is excited, awaiting their signal to go. As your eyes adjust to the darkness, you feel the embrace of a loving universe, infinitely connected to all other sentient beings. As the feeling grows, you see a pulsing, shimmering phenomenon in the sky, the aurora borealis. Moving bands of purple, orange, green, and pink sparkle and move as if the earth herself is breathing and communicating with you. All is one in this world. Only love is real, and you are a part of it in ways you can feel with all of your senses. A dog on your team nudges your knee and asks to be petted. You respond without breaking contact with the heavenly sights above. Your connection is absolutely complete now as you anchor to the earth and feel the warmth and fur of your companion and team member, while knowing divine love surrounds and empowers you both. And these are both compasses. This is telling you
power off.
This is telling you to it's not saying don't work, and it's not saying don't be determined, and it's not telling you that you're being negative by pushing yourself, but it's asking you to connect, to have some intimacy in what you do. Like, get back to the why. It could be for the love of your child. It could be for the love of your family. It could be for the love of what you do. But it seems like there's been a loss of connection. Using your own, going at it without asking for help from the divine, without waking up in the morning and connecting and saying thank you for my life. Thank you for everything that I have. I have this determination because of source. Like, making sure that you connect. And the next category is guru. A guru is being so highly evolved that just being in their presence is healing and will raise you to a higher vibration. From such an experience, you eventually learn to access this higher state at will. In your current situation, being in the company of a master will benefit you, your team, and your journey. Do not worry if you don't know a guru. You will find him or her easily as soon as you express the intent to be with such a one. Open your mind and heart to the transforming experience that will surely follow. Okay, so all of these also have chakras on them. This is the crown chakra, chakra 7, and this is the heart chakra, and this is the third chakra, which is your sacral chakra. And what I'm seeing here is that you don't know how to do that. You don't know how to connect. You don't know how to get to the state of being where you're in communion with soul, with spirit, while you're living your normal everyday life. And you don't even know why you're not connected, you know. And so it could be frustrating to ask you to do that, and you don't even have a reference point. And at this time, we're going to go deeper into that, and I ask that you follow me onto Patreon as we delve deeper into this reading. Thank you, guys. Okay, so we are back. Let me ding again. Okay, we're going to unpack this for Leo. So the universe is like asking you to challenge. You're being challenged and stretched to go beyond going through the motions of life, of just the mundane. Working and toiling for your money, paying your bills, doing your duties, as you guys do so very well. You're being asked to go deeper than that and have intimacy with life and connection from your soul. And we pulled this guru card here, expressing and explaining that maybe that's not something that you are used to. You know, that's not something that is in like your wheelhouse of your bag of tricks. It's not something that you do, that comes naturally to you. So we're going to maybe delve a bit deeper into that. Okay. That's worse. And I can understand that, you know, and I can give you tips. I can give you tips like, look at your birth chart and see where you have Venus, and like do the things that you like to do. Like get back into just doing things for no reason at all. Like you don't always have to have an end goal, a controlling goal. Like you're living in Pleasantville, and you're only supposed to get up, go to work, get the kids ready, make their lunch, you go to work, you come home, you cook dinner. You don't have to live by a routine. Like, break your routine. Break your routine. Like, be spontaneous sometimes. And that will really recharge your energy. So let's look into Leo. Like, what's the right question? The right question would be, what will help me connect with spirit and get me to that guru stage where, it talks about, like, you needing to find, like, someone who can basically be an example for you, because you don't know what it feels like. The experience within you, it's not there. And so, as human beings, we oftentimes need a mentor, an example, But what would be a good example for you? Like, and if you don't have gurus around you, where would you get that from? What would that look like? What would that feel like? Let's see what comes up in the cards. Okay, so the first card that comes out is the Ace of Swords reversed. And this is kind of like what we're talking about. Like, you're not clear about your direction, and you're shooting miss arrows, like and it seems like you're trying, but and maybe it's like self-doubt blockages, mental blockages, almost like having writer's block, but writer's block when it comes to your life and what you want to manifest. You don't know what you want. It's you gotten to the point to where you don't know what you want. You've been doing what you got to do and not doing what you want to do. Some of us feel like we don't have this luxury, but I think we do. And to me, we all have the luxury for our needs and our wants to be the same thing. It's like, if you want something, if you desire something, you need it. And I say that because, making what you want and desire an option is soul death. You're taking the soul out of life. You're taking the very point of existence away from yourself. And the point of existence is, contrary to popular belief, is not going to work, getting a job, and being perfect. No, it's about experiences. And experiences are supposed to vary, because the mother goddess, existence, wants to experience all facets of life, whether that be exaltation or suffering. Have you noticed that, there's so many different ways to skin a cat? There's so many different ways to live. And it's the people who don't judge themselves and who don't allow for society to dictate their meaning and purpose in life that have the best time. And they may not even have the most money or the best looks or a perfect credit score or a house, a dog, a white picket fence. Because life isn't about that. Like, everybody's natal chart is different. Everybody's imprint is different. We're varied individuals. So this denotes to me that there's some type of deep-seated inner criticism. And the next card after that is the Queen of Lotuses, which for me would be like who you really are, like maybe a secret self, this passion to take this inner criticism and transform it. The Queen of Lotuses is the goddess Rashi, I think. Let me look into my book. Yeah, it's the goddess Rati, and she actually suffered a lot in her life. She didn't have a perfect existence, no such thing. But she transmuted the energy, and she tackled her, and she took her challenges on and made something that was tragic into something that was powerful. And she used her, the loss of her love as, and her desire for her love in her life as pulsating sexual energy. And she raised her kundalini. Yeah. So there's potential within you for a deep inner transformation. And I'm saying that as a question mark because you may not see it right now because of your own inner self-doubt and perfectionism and criticism, but instead of telling yourself, well, don't criticize, stop doubting, allow yourself to criticize. Be like, well, apparently I need to criticize myself. I believe that that's how I'm going to get the job done. So I guess I'll just going to criticize myself all day. Now, the mind is very childish. It's opposite day with the mind. That's why there's even a such thing as reverse psychology. Because if you tell the mind to go ahead, criticize me all you want, you have the floor. If that's what you got to do to prove something to yourself, go ahead, have at it. Then your mind will be like, that's stupid. Why would I criticize myself? As if it doesn't do that, because the mind doesn't like to get caught in the act of doing something imperfect, So, allow yourself to be critical of yourself, like be like, go ahead, shade me. Let's have a shade fest. Let's have a shade fest today, and then watch your mind like stop doing that. And you need that peace and quiet after your mind quiets down. You'll be able to, you need to feel. And it's not necessarily your pain you need to feel. Apparently, you need to feel your sexual energy. You need to feel lust. You need to feel pleasure. You need to feel creative. You need to feel intimacy and connection. You need to feel sensations other than determination, that'll numb you. You know, working too hard will just really just completely numb you and make you feel disconnected from life. And then when you feel disconnected, you'll actually will get disconnected, and then your body will feel like fighting for its life, and then you'll start getting sick. And we would like to avoid that. So the next card that pop up is the King of Pentacles, which is a very interesting card. The King of Pentacles is a very industrious man. He's about his business. You know, he handles it. And it could be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. No, I don't usually do this on this channel about no relationships or anything like that. But when I see the Queen of Lotuses next to the King of Pentacles, I can't help but think about somebody getting it on. Like, I can't help but think about, like, you having an attraction to power. You know, these two are very powerful energies, and maybe it is about you connecting to your feminine and masculine energies, and being playful in that way. And, you know, we're talking about Leo, and feeling like, you know, disconnected and just feeling like you work too much. I'm not seeing any place here where you can't have what you want. You may tell yourself you can't have what you want. And it looks like you having what you want has nothing to do with the way you think you're going to get it. This defies all logic. The Queen of Lotuses is not logical. It's straight, like, Scorpion energy. Going through some type of deep transformation that you have no control over. Like, sometimes you'll be wounded and you didn't do it to yourself necessarily. It was just in conglomerates with you being alive and around certain people in a certain place at certain times. Fate, you know, led you here. And the Ace of Swords is telling me that this is not something that you want, that you know you want. You actually criticize this process here. And you maybe even criticize other people for being this, when this is actually you. This is what you need so that you can get to what you want. Because I also see the King of Pentacles as something very much that Leo wants. Leo sign is a masculine sign, whether you're male or female. You know, it's a very masculine sign. And the King of Pentacles would like to rule the world. You know, have 29 businesses. And what I'm seeing here is that it's really, in order for you to get to this point, the King of Pentacles, and it's like you need to take yourself more serious, but you also need to transmute your shadow self. And your shadow self comes along with this self-criticism. And you may be feeling like this is silly and directionless, like this healing mess or whatever. It's like, I don't have time for that. I'm too busy. I have stuff to do. I don't have time to focus on any type of healing or anything like that. But you do. You have all the time in the world for it, because that's why you're here on Earth. and then you can get back to work. The card that came out next is the Five of Cups, but it's reversed. So I'm going to read that card. Okay, so what's interesting to me is it's shattering loss and heartbreak. And I'm like, what are you going through? Flawed partnerships, unhappiness, unfulfilling times and situations, unfaithfulness in affairs, broken relationships, discovery of infidelity or a long-standing affair comes as shock to partner, unwanted and unforeseen separation, sadness, and regrets about how life has turned out. Friendships that persist only out of habit, drifting apart, hardening of attitudes, arguments, turmoil, emotional resistance to change, bizarre risk taken, fantasy of changing the past, if only, heightened pessimism, garbled communications. Okay. This makes me want to cry because I feel like this is happening as a result of you trying to take shortcuts in life and not going after your dreams. I have seen this happen around Leos around me, where they try to take the road that is more practical, and they end up making a complete and total disastrous mess out of life, and having to fake the funk like their whole life. And it does cause heartbreak, infidelity, just basically complete and total unhappiness. And I don't know why this card came out last, after the King of Pentacles, and I really need clarity on this. Like, seriously, it makes me really sad for some reason. It seems like what you think is going to be something that saves your life or takes you away from a hard path of self-actualization. I don't know what to say. I don't know why I'm getting so upset. I don't know. Something's going on, guys, with you guys. I know why I'm getting upset. Because of somebody I know, and I see them in the cards. I see them. I see them going through this. And it makes me sad. Like, I don't want anybody to have regrets in life. I am a advocate for dreams, you know, and for people going after their dreams. No matter how old you are, what you've been through, what things look like, what falls apart. And it's not practical or logical, and I guess it's not for everybody. But I have my reasons. So let's look at this Five of Cups reversed. I also want to know more about the King of Pentacles as well, but let's look at the Five of Cups reversed. Let me do something. All right. Oh, let's stop being a crybaby. Five of Cups reverse. We're going to take a peek at why things end up like this. Okay. Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is the first card that's coming out for that. Now, I take the cups as if they're talking about your emotions, maybe from a relationship standpoint, maybe not. But again, we have the Queen of Cups, which is the Queen of Lotuses that we were just talking about. I'm getting a clearer picture. Okay. Wow. And so we do end up with the Two of Cups reversed at the end of this. Okay. And it's right underneath the King of Pentacles. So I feel like maybe Leo, you have been sold a dream almost, or have bought into a dream of having it all. You've bought into this dream of having it all, and it's left you exhausted and depleted. That's what the Four of Swords is about. It's about you feeling like toast. You're done. You know, you've given all you can. And that's what's causing the inner criticism. I also feel like criticism, inner criticism can come at a point where you're exhausted and you keep pushing yourself. Your body and your mind and your soul can be like, hey, wait a minute. Like, you're not even doing it right now. Like, this is not life. This is not what's up. This is not the work of the Lord. This is not like the business. You're making mistakes. You're dropping the ball. You're not getting enough sleep. You're not eating right. And so then you're just kind of like mollywopped, you know, with your own self-criticism. But you are so hell-bent on proving that you're a great person. I'm sorry, but the Queen of Cups can be so like, oh, I'm so awesome. I'm such a good person. But what good are you if you don't feel good? I'm sorry. I'm trying to hold these cards up. I'm going to get a stand. I'm going to go to Walmart and find me a stand. The Queen of Cups, here, after the exhaustion, it's not a good thing to me. She's beautiful, yes. She's an amazing person. And it's like you've proved your point. And where is it getting you? It's getting you broken up. Like, okay, you have to be yourself in the relationships, Leo, or it's just not going to work, no matter how awesome of a person you are. You can do everything right. You can be perfect. But that doesn't make a relationship last. Not even a friendship. You know, me and my ex-best friend have reconnected, right? Recently, maybe in the last year, 6 months, or um, and we hadn't talked in years, and I really missed her because we laughed so much. She's a girlfriend where we can relate our family issues and stuff, and we were like sisters. We just kind of went through everything together. I never really truly knew who I was when we were friends, to show what I was going through. I didn't know I was going through anything, so I always like appeared to be perfect, like I'm not going through nothing. That aggravated her, and so I was kind of voiceless in the relationship, but I mean, whatever. But now that we've reconnected, I'm not like that anymore. It feels even weird to me, and I'm sure it feels kind of weird to her because she's used to being the one doing like all the expressing and talking. But the one thing I can say in our friendship, and the reason why we're still able to talk, is that we are real. We have always been real with our feelings with each other, even to the point of maybe fighting and getting loud with each other and being mean sometimes. And not to say that that's where you need to go, but I feel like being overly nice does something to a relationship. It's like a toxicity. It's like acid on a relationship. Think about it. If you look at the etymology of the word nice, which I often have my clients do when they come into my office, I have them look up the word nice in the etymology, because a lot of women especially be like, I'm such a nice person. I am so nice. I don't understand. And the first thing that comes up when you look up the word nice is foolish, idiot, doormat, not smart. It's just not smart. And ladies, this Queen of Cups, it's like anytime we see this card, we're like, oh, especially in a relationship reading, it's like, oh, he thinks you're an awesome person. I'm glad. But I'd rather a person that I'm with know me and who I am. You need something to hold on to, some grit in a relationship, not abuse, but like a no or two. It's fine. Or I'm busy. Or I don't want to work 40 hours, 48, 90 hours a week. I would like to pursue this or that, an argument or two, but it looks like now, like what is this breakup about? Because this Five of Cups is about unhappiness leading to a breakup, and all my cards is tumbling down. So what is this, like, unhappiness? Where is it? Well, we know where we kind of know where it stems from, but let's take a deeper look into this. Okay. All right, so we have the Eight of Cups reversed, the Tower reversed, the Five of Cups reversed again, and then the Three of Pentacles. You guys have always had the like most random endings that right off the bat I don't understand. Like the first few cards I get, the Three of Pentacles, I'm gonna have to think about. And the Eight of Cups is saying that, reverse is saying that I know you might want to give up, but don't give up just yet. It seems like you have to let the Tower fall and things completely fall apart. I get the Three of Pentacles now. So what you want is a true partnership. You want camaraderie that comes from the soul, that comes from like-mindedness. And what's being torn down here is your fakeness, like you faking that you're getting along with everyone. It's what's being torn down is you going through the motions. And in order for you to get there, like true camaraderie, friendship, that helps you build what it is you want to build, and you don't have this like controlling ass King of Pentacles, like spearheading everything, while you're falling apart inside and maybe panicking because look at this lady. Look at this lady. She's like, I'm running for my life from the giant. Like you may feel like other people around you are like their energy is steamrolling yours because they may have this high charge, you know, a higher power guiding them with inspiration to lead the charge, and you feel like, you know, behind in that essence. It's like you're still trying to figure out who you are and what you want, and you're exhausted. You're exhausted from, you know, working too much and maybe focusing on the things you need to be critical of, and maybe you feel like, well, then I need to break up in my relationship, and like this, if I hadn't have made this decision to be in this relationship in the first place and start this family, then I wouldn't be in this position. Like you're thinking about like your past decisions and reevaluating them and blaming them, when it really is you need to start being more honest. I mean, the Queen of Cups is upright, so it's like it's not wrong for you to be this beautiful person. Yes, be a beautiful person that tells the truth. That's also honest. Maybe you need to be a little bit more like the Queen of Pentacles, and a little bit of the Queen of Wands, and a little bit of the Queen of Swords. I like putting all the queens together. I want to be like all of them, not just and this is about listening to your intuition too, and she knows how to go within, but she can also just be like too doting, too sacrificial. Look out for yourself as well. And I feel clear in this reading that the message got out to you the way it needs to. Have a happy rest of your November, and I'll see you next month.